Hi everyone and welcome to Club 3, Episode 3 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM22 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, we are in our early season still really with Corwen Bay in the JD Cymru North League in Wales. We've started pretty brightly to be honest, but the last couple of fixtures we got beaten in the cup competition and we only got a draw last time out in the league. Time to get back to winning ways. Today it's 12th position Corwen are the opposition. Let's see how we get on. Welcome back to Corwen Bay. So yes, overall, I am very happy with how things have gone so far this season. We find ourselves in second position after 7 games played. You can see that the top 5 are beginning to pull away slightly. The likes of Guilesford and Llandudno both on 15 points, Flint Town and ourselves on 16, and Ruthin at the top on 17. We've got a 4-point gap between Guilesford and Cefn Druids in 6th position. Now, Cefn Druids, if you remember, are the odds-on favourites to win this division. It always feels like the team coming down from the top division in Wales always take that promotion spot and get back up again, because Corwen Bay, the team that we've taken over this season for the first time, have finished second for the last 3 seasons in a row and failed to get that promotion spot. 1 promotion spot for us all to go for, remember? And because Cefn Druids have just dropped a little bit in terms of what their expectations are, maybe that gives the opportunity for the likes of the top 5 as we currently look at it to properly battle it out for that 1 spot. We'll see how that progresses through the season, but so far I'm pretty happy with how things are going. Having said that, we have had a little bit of a blip. You'll see the last couple of games, we lost to Holywell in the cup competition and then got a draw, 1-1 draw away from home against Buckley in the league. That cup competition, we've already beaten Holywell and Portsmouth Dogs since the last time you and I were together for that 4-2 defeat against Cefn Druids. And then we played Holywell in the cup. I rotated the entire 11. I wasn't bothered about that particular competition at all. And we got through to full time at 0-0, which wasn't too bad. But then we got beaten on penalties, unfortunately. Today, though, it's about time to get back on the winning track. You can see that before that, we were on good form, other than that big loss to Cefn Druids. So Corwen are the opposition today at home in the league. If we go back to the competition page and have a closer look at it, you'll see that they sit down in 12th position after 7 games played on 5 points. We're up in second on 7 games played with 16 points. And we're doing pretty well overall. The star of our show is definitely this guy, Ruben Davies. 8 goals in his 8 games that he's played for us, including the cup game so far. So you can see that he started very, very brightly. A couple of assists in there as well. But he's being ably supported by quite a lot of players. We're doing okay. You can see that we've conceded the 4th best amount of goals, which isn't bad, and scored the 2nd best amount of goals. So if we could just improve that conceding figure and take it up to about the 2nd spot as well, that's really going to help us out a lot. We'll see how we get on with that. But as I say, overall, things are looking pretty good. The health of the finances of the club are not too bad at this point. We didn't do a lot in the transfer window before the start of the season, so it's been fairly settled, which is good. And overall, I'm very happy with how things are going. Time to get back to winning ways, though. Let's see how we get on. So personnel-wise, we're doing okay. There's no injuries to talk about at the moment. Everybody's fit and healthy. We've rotated the squad at least that 1 game, and some have played more than that 1 game in rotation as well, just to see what we've got amongst our squad a little bit. And it's all looking pretty decent so far. You can see that our first 11, bar Jack Howell, who is our 2nd striker that has had several opportunities in front of goal and hasn't quite managed to take them. You can see that the rest of our starting lineup have got well over a 7 average rating for the games that they've played, and there are several around the squad that have been able to do that as well, which is really positive. Very good stuff. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that we're still in exactly the same setup for our tactic, but we've also added 2 further ones in there as well. And all I've done is really simple stuff. I don't want to overload this team with lots of different instructions and lots of different complicated tactics. So what I did was I copied across our clean slate 4-4-2 into these other two slots. And then I created one that was more defensive minded in some of its instructions and one that was more attacking minded in some of its instructions, but the basic structure stays the same. So at least now, if we've got to attack more towards the end of a game, if we've got to defend more and hold on to it, I won't use them a lot. I plan to stay roughly in the balanced way of play as much as I can and just try and see out games as best I can using those defensive structures or going for games if I need to with the attacking one when need be. But it will always be a starting point of this more balanced version of it. So I won't take you through all the instructions. They're pretty self-explanatory, really. We're going for it when we need to, and we're holding back when we need to, basically. But I think it gives us a good sound base to work from and gives us options that we're training in the background. So the familiarity needs to be worked on all of these tactics just at the moment. We're only 7 or 8 games into the season. But things are going pretty well. And today, against a level of opposition down in 12th position in the league, I feel like we should be looking for those 3 points. So we're going to go and try and do that as best we can. To do that, we're going with Coughlin in goal, Davies at right back, Ellison at left back, Grogan and Gill in central defence, Thompson and Woodford in central midfield, Jackson on the right, Gammond on the left, and Davies and Howell up top, with a bench of Lewis, Beck, Collier, Wood, Summers, Smothers and Thompson. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So I've gone a bit forthright in the view for the team talk today. I've gone pumped the fist and said, we're favourites for a reason. Go and show them as to no doubt why that is. So putting a little bit of pressure on them today at home to get back to winning ways. To say, there is a reason why we are favourites here. Let's make sure we do something about this. I'm just going to change these up so I can see what the opposition are up to rather than what we're up to. But other than that, we are ready to go. They're in with a 4-2-3-1 formation themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see where the spaces lie for us to exploit today, if there are any. Grogan at the back into Thompson from a free kick in the defensive unit. We're going to have to work it through the lines. Davies getting involved in the play. He's been brilliant so far with his 8 goals in 8 games. Has been magnificent. And there was a deep cross to the far post and Gammond off that left wing coming in at the back post to try and have a header at goal. Went over the top of the bar though. But a good early sighter, and there's Davies on a good cross in from Davies, and Gammond under pressure from a defender draws the foul in the box, and we get a penalty and another chance for Davies to step up and put the ball in the back of the net, which he does. And Ruben Davies now 9 in 9, 9 goals in 9 games. And it came from his cross on this right-hand side, getting involved in the play, not just finishing things off for us, but getting involved well in the teamwork as well. And he's been magnificent. And Gammon, as I say, drew the foul, and we took the penalty and got a 1-0 lead from it after 15 minutes of the first half. And you can see Corwen yet to register a shot at goal, which is magnificent so far. We've had 7 shots, just that 1 on target. So we're not doing fantastic in front of goal in terms of actually putting our chances away. But there we do. That's another really good move down this right-hand side. Jackson eventually, our right winger, got on the ball, took it to the byline. I think again Davies gets himself involved here. He does, with a little through ball to Jackson, who gets to the byline in the box, crosses it across the 6-yard box for again Gammond on that far left-hand side, cutting in off of that left-hand side and getting at the back post and taking his chance really nicely for 2-0. 36 minutes gone, and it feels like we're in control of this game. Bamford has now been sent off for Corwen as well. Everything is going in our favour. And it's happened already this season, a couple of matches ago. I think in our 4-0 win or whatever it was that we got recently, the opposition had a player sent off then in the first 10 minutes, I think it was, and really caused themselves a problem. And we are in cruise mode now, because from a long way out, a real long distance, Gammon on the left-hand side has the ball, cuts it back to Ellison, who again moves it inside to Woodford, out from his feet, passes it along to his partner in crime in central midfield. And Thompson, the slightly more defensive-minded midfielder, has a 35-yard shot. It was a long way out, and puts it comfortably in the bottom corner for a 3-0 lead, leading into half-time. And there is the half-time whistle, 3-0 up. They had one shot at goal not on target. We ended up with 13 shots at goal, 5 on target. Need to up that consistency of getting them on target a little bit. But a 1-point XG rating, 3 goals from it, a little bit more possession than them. And we have absolutely thumped them and dominated that first half performance. Now, the question is, can we keep that going for the second half? Can we keep pushing hard against that 10 men and trying to get a couple more goals and getting momentum and morale and all that kind of good stuff from it? Let's see how we go. So, outstretched arms. What a 45 minutes that was. You've blown them away. That will boost their morale in this particular fixture. Can we keep it going, though? We're not going to give them a shout or anything like that. We're just going to put them back out on the pitch, see for the first 20 minutes or so of this second half how well they do it. Keeping the possession, keeping the pressure on, keep creating those chances, and hopefully another one will come at some point. 60 minutes on the clock. You can see we've had a couple more shots at goal in the second half. They have yet to register anything, so we're very comfortable. Not quite as dynamic, maybe, but we were probably never quite going to be. But we're going to see this one out with no problems, I would imagine. With 20 minutes now to go, we're going to pause the game, go and make a couple of substitutions just to keep everybody fit and healthy and fresh, really. Nothing more than that. So we'll take one of the goal scorers out, Thompson. We'll put Collier in his place. We're going to take, again, Howell. This is a guy I was expecting a little bit more from. I think with his 12 finishing and his 13 pace, I kind of hoped that he would be a little bit more impactful for us this season. He hasn't been so far, so he's on the verge of losing his first team regular spot. And maybe being a impact substitute might be better for him. Who knows? We'll see. But just at the moment, he is struggling just a little bit. Now, we've got a yellow card to our superstar Davies, but I'm going to keep him on for now. I think we're going to replace one of these wingers, Gammond or Jackson, just to give them a little bit of a break. And I think we'll take Gammond out and put Smothers in. Smothers, when he has played, has been magnificent for us down that left wing as well. So I kind of almost expect with 20 minutes to go, he might still come on now and get us another goal. He's been that prominent in our play whenever he's been involved. So we'll see. But those are the changes I'm making purely just to keep some of our better players fit and healthy and get a little bit more of a secure engine room in that central midfield as well for the last 15, 20 minutes of the game. And that time has passed really quickly. We're almost at the end of the game. No highlights to talk of in this second half at all. But actually, that suited us down to the ground. 3-0 in that first half. We absolutely decimated them, and they really had no answer for it. And we come away very, very comfortably with a good 3-0 win. Gets us back to winning ways and keeps the pressure up at the top of the table as well. Can't ask for too much more than that. What a fantastic win that was. And it keeps us in second place. You can see the top 5 are beginning to stretch a little bit between the 5 of us as well. And Keffin Druids did brilliantly well to beat Guilesford, the team just ahead of them now in the division. So they're keeping up with us just about on the periphery of that last sort of section of our group that was just pulling away from the rest a little bit. So got to keep an eye on Keffin Druids. They're still going to be dangerous, but for now, we worry about the teams directly around us. We're sitting still in second position. Ruthen picked up a 1 or 2-0 win against Buckley down in 10th, so they had a decent game to play and got the points that they needed, so they sit top. Our goal difference now is superior to theirs, though, so if we keep the winning ways, who knows where this will lead us. let's just go and check in with what's coming up in the next few games. We do play Ruthin coming up fairly quickly. We're going to miss that one out just for now. We'll come back to Ruthin possibly later in the season. We're going to go into November and play Llandudno in the JD Cymru North at home. Another opportunity to pick up some good points between now and then. Between now and next episode, should I say, when we play Llandudno, we do have Brickfield, Llangefni, Ruthin and Guilesford to play. So some big sides in there. We'll get a clearer picture by the time you and I come back for Llandudno, just to see where we're really at in this league, having played Ruthin and Guilesford specifically. And then after that episode, the last of this week's episode will be against Llangefni, last day of December before we go into a January transfer window. Spoiler alert, if this form continues as it is, I don't think I'll be doing a great deal in that transfer window. I don't want to upset what's going on so far this season. But we'll figure that one when we get to it. So next episode, Llandudno. They're currently, if we go back to the competition page, currently sitting just directly behind us in third. That's why we're playing them on the episode, just to see how well we can do against them. Till then, though, I've got a few more games to play. I hope you're enjoying this run with Corwen Bay. I'm absolutely loving it so far. It's a real step up in terms of our form and our results from where we've been at over the last few seasons in Northern Ireland. But it's still early days in this league, and I still have a sneaky suspicion that Kefin Druids will have a big say on what happens in this division. So come back next episode, join me for the Llandudno game. Till then, thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That will help me get seen by more people. And as I say, take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye for now.